JANINE BERDIN, the voice that broke the mold and built a legacy. What happens when a small girl with a big dream refuses to be silenced? When someone dismissed as too different or not the usual star shatters every box the world tries to put her in. JANINE BERDIN's story is the proof that you don't need to fit the mold. You just need to own your truth unapologetically. Her rise from underdog to one of the most powerful voices in OPM is not just inspiring. It's a masterclass in resilience, reinvention, and self-love. Before the standing ovations and viral performances, JANINE was just another girl who dared to dream in a world that often told her no. She auditioned for roles, shows, and contests where she heard rejections more than applause. But she didn't quit. She kept going, not because she was sure of victory, but because she believed her voice had something to say. That belief would become the fire that fueled her transformation. JANINE first gained widespread attention when she joined Tawag Tanghalan, a singing competition where vocal giants dominated the stage. She didn't have the towering presence or the diva image. She had raspy vocals, a quiet confidence, and an emotional delivery that hit harder than any high note. It didn't take long before the judges, the audience, and the entire nation saw what she was made of. Her performances weren't just technically impressive, they were deeply human. Every song felt like a story only she could tell. When JANINE sang, people didn't just clap, they felt. Her version of Banal na Aso, Santong Cabello, became legendary not because it was perfect, but because it was raw, fearless, and filled with meaning. She challenged norms, blending rock, grit, and soul in ways that weren't common for young female artists. And in doing so, she carved out a lane of her own. Winning Tawag Tanghalan was only the beginning. Fame came fast, but it didn't distract her. JANINE stayed grounded, using her platform not to conform, but to evolve. She embraced her uniqueness, her voice, her style, even her look, and turned it into a statement that you don't have to look or sound a certain way to belong. You just have to be real. Behind the spotlight, though, JANINE also faced inner battles. The pressure of expectations, public scrutiny, and the personal weight of becoming a role model at a young age, it wasn't easy. She struggled with body image issues and moments of self-doubt. But instead of hiding them, she spoke up. She chose transparency over perfection. And in a world obsessed with filters and facades, JANINE's honesty was a breath of fresh air. Her music, too, became a mirror of her growth. In songs like Mahika and Situationship, she didn't just showcase her vocal range. She revealed emotional depth, maturity, and creativity. These songs weren't manufactured, they were lived. They came from a place of introspection, of observing not just love but life, identity, and the gray areas in between. JANINE wasn't just singing to impress. She was singing to connect, to heal, to awaken. What makes JANINE BERDIN truly extraordinary is that she never waited for permission to be herself. She turned every no into fuel. She used every critique as a canvas. And she kept moving forward, not chasing validation, but honoring her voice, her truth, and her evolution. In doing so, she became a symbol for the youth, a reminder that it's okay to be different, to take your time, to bloom in your own season. Her transformation, both personal and professional, is a lesson in courage. She went from being underestimated to becoming one of the most respected young artists in the country. She didn't conform to survive. She transformed to thrive. She made people listen not just to her songs, but to the silence in between, where stories of struggle, grit, and grace live. JANINE's story is more than a music journey. It's a rebellion against limitation. It's about redefining beauty, talent, and strength. It's a reminder that the world doesn't need another version of someone else. It needs the real version of you. And JANINE, in every performance and every word, keeps proving that being real is the most powerful thing you can be. So here's the question. What are the parts of yourself that you've been hiding to fit in? What dreams have you buried because the world said you're not enough or too different? JANINE BERDIN's journey teaches us that the most beautiful breakthroughs come when you stop trying to be someone else and start becoming more of who you already are. Now we want to hear from you. Has Janine's journey inspired you to embrace your uniqueness and push through the doubts? What part of her story resonated with your own path? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your story might be the spark that inspires someone else today.